Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Thanks a lot for joining us. We're here and we're live. A wee bit of midweek deadline action. Won't be here this Friday. Wasn't here last Friday, so we have to get a wee bit of deadline action in somehow, somewhere, and we have a little bit of midweek action of all things. So we're going to be getting locked and loaded into it as always. All of our lineup projections come to us, powered by Predictify as always. And at point of recording, joining us live and loud, we are under an hour away to the deadline. So we'll get stuck into it all quite quickly, quite swiftly. For all you guys that are keeping up to speed with the content here on the channel, we have had all sorts of stuff coming out. We've got Sorare videos locked and loaded for the next couple of days, as well as all the new era MFL stuff that's coming fast, thick and fast at us. Pack openings, season 7 round the corner, photorealistic players. It's all happening. So yeah, tons to get stuck into, lives, videos, and on the Celtic channel we'll have tons of stuff as well. Celtics are here as well, but there's a bunch of you joining us live and loud on arrival, so love to see that. Fist bumps to you all. Make sure if you are going to get your own Predictify account, use code Quinny Harry at checkout. Just goes a long way to supporting the show. Myself and Harry Trades. Harry's channel is linked in the description as always. Sadly couldn't get ourselves lined up today, but I think we're going to get ourselves lined up tomorrow, me and Harry, because Harry did a video. Not his last video. If you've checked out his last video, it's a good listen. I recommend it. But the one before that, where he was going through the announcement and stuff, I left a wee timestamp. I left a wee comment. And anyway, me and Harry are going to pick up on that. And we're going to get together tomorrow at some point to thrash out some strategy chat. So me and H will be back tomorrow. Probably just need to tie in the time. But otherwise, yeah, busy week. Battle stations, summer holidays in Scotland. And the good weather's left us today. It's back pissing cats and dogs again. But good to see you all in the house as well. And yeah, so after we're done with this little mini midweek deadline, I'm going to be going live almost essentially immediately, but it'll be members only, and we'll be going through MFL stuff and all the rest of it. And yeah, so actually a lot happening now. I'll be live at 5 on Satara here, so a lot of live content over the next couple of hours, and there'll be a video maybe going out somewhere, so stay tuned. I can't remember the full schedule, but it's there's tons going on. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, all that good stuff. Do you think 1k is enough for in-season JPL, Eredivisie, Challenger and contender teams for hot streaks? So I think a question like that is time sensitive. Is that going to be enough on day one? I'm going to say no. Is it going to be enough after 2 matches? Probably, so a kind of base answer, because we're on a deadline show rather than a gallery review kind of situation or whatever. But I think that question is a matter of time, because obviously if you bought them with 5 games to go, you would have you would get way better options at that price point, because of utility available. So I do think you need to kind of marry that expectation on your budget and what it will achieve versus the speed, the velocity that you can acquire the cards in. Because last year when the Celtic stuff first came out, like, I bought like Kuhn because I needed him. I spent like 100 quid on him early doors. But then otherwise I got like backup guys and hedge plays like Sinisalos and Ralstons and, bits and bobs like that. Because on day one, they were the easy ones to get at an acceptable rate. And some of the other ones like Schmeichels and McGregors and Engelses and whatever, I had to wait a little longer for them to come down. Oh, nice. Classic goalkeepers in play as well, Charlie. Good to see you. And with that in mind, we did a stream last week. I've renamed it. It was called the Morning Stream. For any of you who caught it live, you'll remember it. I had a lot of fun. We've actually got a video picking up where that left off. So if you've missed the morning stream, it's been retitled now Champ Euro Strategy, because that's kind of what we did. Highly recommend you check that out. But there'll be a companion video that will lead you to that stream if you missed it. And it's a good kind of 2-parter kind of thing. I've got that sitting in the can. It's ready to go. I may make it live for members today, and maybe we'll make it publicly available maybe Thursday, because the MFL stuff might come out tomorrow. So yeah, stay tuned for that. But yeah, good kind of bit of housekeeping you've done there. I think we'll start. I've had a wee look through in terms of continental. We've got a little bit of Sudamericana, so we'll have a wee scan across that. International, we have nothing now. We've got full MLS, nothing in Champ or Challenger, of course. But we do have. Oh, you don't see this little. Or is it froze? Yeah, you don't see this little pop-down menu anymore on screen. That's interesting. But yeah, so we've got a little bit of contender and continental. And then we've got a full slate of MLS. So we'll just go through the dribs and the drabs around everywhere else. We've got Brazil back. And Brazil and Argentina feel like they're going to be walking on clouds after the Club World Cup exploits, where their players are all now heavily linked. Not that the Brazilians struggle to sell their players anyway, but their non-wonder kids are now getting linked to the good and the great of European football. First game we've got here is Palmeiras at home to Mirassol. Palmeiras is one of the teams that went to Club World Cup, of course. And a few other bits and bobs. Depay is yellow card suspended, I'm sure. So if you have a Depay like me, it's kind of known. Yeah, yellow card accumulation for him. Talis Magno looks to be coming in, which is fun. And the Brazilian football, I really do. Oh, Neymar, 90% on. I've not put him in a team, by the way. And David Washington, that could be a lovely kind of attack stack. Alvaro Barreal. Does he have defender cards, by the way? Barreal. Does he have defender cards? I don't think he does he? No, only mids. That's so weird. But anyway, could have been a wee cheeky stack there, a wee sneaky attack stack, as it were. But that's fun to see. Against Flamengo, that'll be a big game. That's why they'll be drafting Neymar in for it, I'm sure. And this will be tough opposition. Won't be a walk in the park, for sure. Botafogo now get Davide Ancelotti as the head coach. Arthur Cabral made a deadline move, or a mid-summer transfer window move from Benfica back to Brazil. That's actually quite a strong squad he's in. Caio Pantaleão, an old favourite, the Sorare Odyssey as well, in that build, which is fun to see. And the Brazilian squads, there is some fun little odd stacks here, isn't there? But with the new region configuration we've got coming into Sorare 26, they're not as appealing to me as they once were. Oh, Cedric, have I still got a Cedric? I don't think I do, by the way. Maybe need to update this. So, yeah, I don't know how I feel about my Brazilian cards as much anymore. You'll need to stay tuned to the content to see what my plans and what my thoughts are on that. Necessarily, we're moving into China, see if there's any smashers in here that are going to be getting some minutes. There might be differentials or some new faces that might be absolute smash spots. There's a few of them, one or two kicking about, but nothing too exciting. Romulo in a front three certainly seems interesting. And Matrita back in the building. He's got some big head cards from back in the day. So a little bit of that. We've got one game here in Norway with predicted lineups for Bodo Glimt against Fredrikstad. And yeah, nothing really to write home about. Evian and JPH are there, like you'd expect. A few games in the K-League. So we've got Daegu against Sangyu. Cecilia's there, kind of what you're really after, isn't it? The Brazilian guy is there. Or was it him, or was it... No, Lamas was the other guy, wasn't it? He's not there. And they're taking on this mob. We've got Suwon against Guangzhou. Suwon is on the screen here. Any familiar names and faces? I don't think so. And Guangzhou, no, not really there either, is there? And then finally, in contender, we have Liga Mickeys. We've got America at home to Tijuana. Jonathan Dos Santos, Brian Rodriguez. He's been linked to some big moves actually in this window. Shamar Nicholson on the opposition here. And then we've got Santos Laguna taking on Toluca. And the Santos Laguna team is quite recognisable. And the Toluca team, yeah, not many cards in here, is there? And then otherwise we had Continental. We had a little bit of Sudamericana. And I say a little bit, so there's some games, but there's not that many actual kind of lineups. We've got Bahia here, one of the Man City organisation teams. Everton Ribeiro. Eric Pulga, some fun players here, although they don't have cards. Vasco da Gama are taking on Independiente de Valle. João Victor from Benfica. Lucas Piton, Harry Trades' pal. Jardim for me. And then we've got Alianza Lima taking on Gremio. Alianza Lima, Paulo Guerrero up front. That's fun. And Gremio, Martin Braithwaite up front is fun. For sure. Atletico Mineiro taking on Bucaramanga. Hulk time. Strong defence. Really strong defence, isn't it? And yeah, that's pretty much it for the dribs and the drabs. Gala wants City Ederson. Not surprised. Not surprised. We do expect that Ederson jeopardy, don't we? But did they not just sign a new contract? Am I remembering that wrong? Boyson, good to see you. Before we get into MLS, guys, as you guys know, the Deadline show is sponsored by MFL. MFL yesterday announced some pretty major stuff. You know, on the MFL content, I likened it to some of the big keystone moments that Sorare's had in really innovating the space. And I don't think Sorare ultimately got all the credit that they've deserved over the years for all the trailblazing technological innovations, from like, you know, being able to like deposit and buy ETH on site and all the stuff that they've managed to do, layer 2 solutions. They've done absolutely amazing. What MFL has just unlocked or achieved, which is all their own in-house tech, by the way, is not just like a Web3 kind of turn of the page moment, but potentially an AI one as well. So season 7 is going to be amazing. Be sure to catch the stream we did yesterday if you're a bit more curious on that. And we've got all the beginner content you need to get up and running playing MFL on the channel as well. But we've got a wee 1 minute ad spot to play. There's a link to join MFL. You'll get all the best beginner bonuses you need. It's pinned in the live chat. It'll also be in the description of the video. And if you're watching this after we've been live, it'll be in the comment section also. By clicking on that link, you do directly support me and the content here at the channel and the Deadline Show. So thank you very much for all the support we get with that. And it is going to be one of those, we've been here before. We've seen huge innovations and we've seen the sort of buoyancy it can give the community, the buoyancy it can add to the game. And really, when you read the announcement, if you didn't check it out, please go and watch the video. Some of the stuff they've got lined up off the back of this innovation is nothing short of breathtaking. Player interviews, actual highlights of these guys. It's going to be wild. It's going to be wild. But anyway, here's the ad spot. And be sure to catch out this content if you're FM minded at all in any way. MFL Meta Football League is a football management game that takes this genre to the next level. This is an open network online experience where every club, every opponent you play against is managed and operated by another player, by another person. It's your tactics, it's your wit, it's your squad against your opponents. MFL seasons normally run for around 6 weeks, so this isn't a game that comes out every new football season that you need to go and buy a new copy of. So there's never a bad time to open your account and get your club up and running. The only thing you need to buy or to pay for to get up and running to play MFL is your club. You can buy a club pack from MFL directly and it will randomly generate where your club is located, what city and in what country. One of the ways MFL takes this game to the next level is every player you own, you are actually their agent. So any players that you own that you're not going to use in your own squad, you can list on the market for loan, where they can go into another squad, and in return you'll get a percentage, you'll get a cut of any of the prize money that those players help those clubs to win. Sign up by using the link that's in the description of this video or in the pinned comment. You'll directly support me and all the content here at the channel, but by doing so you guarantee yourself the best sign up bonuses available. Right. Lovely jubbly. So we've got some MLS to kind of rattle through, and then I'll have a wee peek at lineups and all that fun stuff as well. We do have a bit of a comment here from Stephen saying he believes Braithwaite is unavailable. So if you were planning on lining up that Braithwaite, maybe hang fire. Atlanta United are taking on Chicago Fire. This is the expected team as we find it at the moment. Looks pretty strong, doesn't it? As strong as Atlanta can kind of get. And Chicago, definitely no pushovers. Brady's back. Yeah, the full roster is there. Really, this will be a tough one for sure. Goals galore is what it feels like. Charlotte, this Giorno guy didn't play the last game. Who was it they played? It was another, I can't remember the guy's name. Played quite okay. I think I watched him against New York, sorry. Yeah, I did before I fell asleep because there was a weather delay, really dragged the game on. They're taking on DC, Benteke and Peglo up front, Barraza and goals. What more could a man ask for? Cincinnati are taking on Inter Miami, Kai Kamara and Denke, the Foxes in the box with Evander pulling the strings, Yedlin and Oriano out wide, that kind of solid core in the middle there of that five that we've come to see over recent weeks. And then we've got the Miami All-Stars, we've got Messi and Suarez up front, Rodrigo De Paul maybe inbound, but Sergio Busquets, Redondo, Alba, Ustari, all the kind of main stack pieces all lined up to play this one. Messi is in some run of form right now, isn't he? We've got the Red Bulls taking on New England, and the Red Bulls look pretty full strength here. Yeah, I don't think there's anyone missing. They do still need to get Timo Werner over the line, I think, or whatever they're going to do with their third DP spot. They are just missing a little bit more X factor, aren't they? The universe continues to revolve around Carlos Hill for the New England Revolution, as you can see. Orlando taking on New York, and this is like, I always think of this as a New York fan. I always think of this game as a derby. Enrique starting over Muriel is probably good for New York City. Breckel in at left back is pleasing to see as well. But that midfield 5 unit, we talk about this every week on the show, but it's one of the most solid in the league. And at home, they're definitely no one's mugs. This is the way NYC are expecting to shape up. Perea came off in the 45th minute with a bit of a knock or whatever. So I can imagine Johnny Shore coming into this quite easily. It's maybe a little bit too soon for new signing Fernandez Marcal, but maybe could come into it off the bench or something like that later on. Otherwise, I think this is quite a solid lineup, reliability-wise. Perea and Short is maybe the only one I would be maybe a wee bit cautious on if you do have those two options to exercise. But Fernandez, I think we'll come back in to start this one. Ojeda started the last game. I think they'll rotate around. Otherwise, everyone kind of picks himself. Burke Risa has moved back to Molda, so he's not even in the reckoning anymore, in case you missed it. Philly Union are taking Montreal Impact on, and Philly are back to full strength. Damiani, Baribo, Indiana Vasilev, Quinn Sullivan, Kai Wagner, all the boys. Andre Blake back from international duty and whatever else has been going on. Montreal, Latoure, Caden Clark, Owusu, Waterman's back, Sawa. Pretty much as good as they go. George Campbell looks to be making his way to the English Championship and not expected to play in this match, so watch out for that. Houston Dynamo, Jack McGlynn is in the building, Jonathan Bond in goals, and otherwise the team has been copy and paste most of the season, hasn't it? Jaden Nelson back for the Vancouver Whitecaps. No Pedro Vite. Looks like he's moving to Mexico, which is a kick in the balls. Brian White's back. Berhalter is back as well. So yeah, they're kind of got everyone back you would expect. And that'll be an interesting one to see. Vancouver, historically quite good on the road. Minnesota at home to LA. And again, yeah, this is strong as they go. Don't think anyone's really missing. We see this team week in, week out almost, it feels like. And off the back of a weekend, I thought there might have been a bit more rotation coming into midweek, but the forecast doesn't quite have it that way. LAFC's team here is for you to see as well. Dillerson up front with Buanga and Ordaz. We then have Nashville, Columbus. This is normally a big match, isn't it? Columbus, you really know what you're getting with them for the most part, although Joe Willis could have maybe done a bit better with Messi last time they played. And then there's Columbus. And again, yeah, pretty full strength. No Shambo, so that'll maybe be a bit of a span on the works for some out there. And no Jalen Russell-Rowe. They're going with Aliou Ibrahim up front. We then have Seattle against Colorado. We still have no Fry, which means I've missed out on buying Andrew Thomas cheap for another couple of months. But otherwise, yeah, the team's pretty consistent with what we've seen in recent weeks and months. Jomo's back from injury, so he'll be leading the line, which is a fun classic card for me to get back on the shelf. And they're taking on the Rapids, which Cannon on one side, Vines on the other, Stefan, first choice centre-backs, Jordi, Bassett, Ronan. Just Atencio and Ronan's only 50-50 here. Otherwise, you do look at the rest of the team and say that's full strength. So we have quite an interesting matchup there between Seattle and the Colorado Rapids. We then have LA Galaxy. Again, I've not really seen any headlines on this team here. Quite consistent for the most part. Taking on Austin. Dessler's back. Byro on left back. Decent defense. If they can get some goals, Austin are no pushovers, but it's the goals I'm always worried about with them. Portland at home to Salt Lake. Felipe Mora up front. Santiago Moreno. David Da Costa. All their main boys are here, really, aren't they? Still, Shara hasn't come back from Gold Cup duty yet, really, but yeah, fine. No JFR, but Diego Luna's back. And yeah, maybe we get JFR from the bench. Maybe that's what's going to happen with them. And we've got 2 more games to go. We've got San Jose with Bruce Arena at home to Dallas. Joseph Martinez, Arango are in the building. No Espinoza or Pellegrino. Rodriguez, the defender. Daniel, the goalkeeper. Dewan Jones, Ian Harks, some familiar names and faces there. Lucho Acosta, I think, is yellow card suspended. Yep, he is. So Pedrinho nailed on to start. Looks like we might get Legit in an advanced position, which will be cool for me. Otherwise, the team pretty picks itself, doesn't it? And in the final game we've got in MLS, we've got San Diego taking on Toronto. This is how San Diego are prepping for it. And yeah, that's pretty full strength, isn't it? Cisne Yeager, blast from the past, looks to be coming in. So watch out for that. And then Toronto, no Burden in the squad anymore. I think they're looking to sign Josh Brownhill to replace Bernadeschi and or Insigne, which is a fun sentence to say. And maybe they'll have some more business that will follow off the back of that now. But yeah, that's MLS, guys. That's MLS. Hanny cooking this week, you think so? How are you? I'm buzzing with Rangers. And then, I don't know, this Kasama guy, is he worth getting buzzing about? Neymar linked as well to what? What's Neymar been linked to? Galatasaray? I can see it. I can see it. So let's have a wee peek. So I've did my MLS lineups. I don't think I'm going to mess around with them too much. I'm quite happy with double attack, streaking NYC team here. They're all in D2. Oh, one's went down to D3. So I've went with Hurling. I've went with the other NYC stack in D3 to try and win that. We're going with the flex team, Jaden Nelson, Seb Leggett, these types of boys, and the other D2 with the high XP Sean John. Yeah, I don't think I'm really motivated to change any of that around. In Classic, we've got, a bit of a Seattle thing, bit of an NYC thing, a wee bit of a best of the rest thing on the go, which I don't mind. That's all quite well and good. In season, we've then got bits and pieces lying around, which is fine, even into this kind of classic kind of training outfit we've got. And then for All-Star, this is how I shook them out. I don't really have any defense options, so we're going with Kufri. I might drop Obed for Neymar. That feels like it might be a bit more fun. We do have Victor Roque as well, but let's just put Neymar in for the bants. Neymar and Magno up front. And then with this team, we don't have any other defender choices, do we? Shano was at least in the depth, wasn't he? Which is what I was kind of looking at with both of these guys was, I don't think Yaimar is even in the picture at the moment, is he? Just try to get, who might get off the bench for 2 seconds? Yaimar is in the bench. Yaimar has been seen training, but it seems too soon to throw him in just yet. And then what did they say for Shano? Anything? Founder attacking. Long is out. And that should hurt LAFC a lot. Yeah, so we're worried it might be too soon. Yeah, I think we might go with Shano just on the hedge that he gets the minutes. And yeah, maybe just leave this the way it is. Oh, Alex Roldan, we have him. Yeah, this is a bit tricky because I actually fancy he's going to play, so why not? Let's stick him in. O'Toole could be dropped for somebody like Roldan who's a bit more fun. But yeah, we're really, we've got no idea whether Shano's going to play or not, but that's pretty much what I've got as leftovers, I guess. I don't think that compromises any of the MLS kind of... Oh, sugar. Jiggery poke record. I'll show you what I had on screen there. One classic card now is class. Yeah, well, when does that actually kick in for MLS? It's like next week, isn't it? It's not quite yet to get in for streaking. So I don't think that's quite there yet. Is it not today? Who would you go for between Evander, Ojeda, and Messi? I think Ojeda could be fun against NYC. He could do really well in that spot, to be honest with you. That'll be a tight game, but maybe some bookings and stuff. Evander at home should do well against this Miami team. Miami shouldn't get out of Cincy without a clean sheet. Messi is Messi. Messi's scored 5 goals, 2 goals, 5 games in a row. It's kind of really hard to look past that, isn't it? Yeah, 25th is what I think. Yeah, as well. So we're 9 days away from that. So I don't think I'm going to change this at all. O'Toole and Hack just doesn't feel like a good midfield pair to win D3. But I don't really think there's some better real option around there. Both need to play. Both will do all right. Magno is going to play. Yeah, I'm probably just going to stick with that the way it is. Some decent lineups. Yeah, and I'll cross my fingers and toes on how they do. The interesting thing this week for me on MLS was the goalkeeper selections because I've got so many Barrazas, Freezes, and Sean Johns, and it was how to kind of balance them out, how to prioritize them, which was quite fun. The game week we're leaving, I'm picking up 1 box. I'm not even too sure where I've got that from, but a pretty sad state of affairs. Sadly, with no NYC goals, never mind a victory. And the box we're getting is from this team here. Rui Diaz, Captain Roldan, Arriaga. So we're getting a little crap box out of All-Star. Sadly, we had a Navas DNP, which held this team back. When Aranguiz was the first player to run, and when that happened, I was like, "Oh, baby, we're going to be onto a good one." But nah, didn't happen, did it? Yeah. So I'm thinking about maybe thinking about shaking this up a wee tiny bit. Let's delete this and delete this. Because if Pedrinho is nailed on to start, especially in that number 10 spot, I think he could be really good for a jammy assist or something. I like the Chicago boys away. I like Pedrinho better than Jaden Nelson. I maybe do on, like, Jaden Nelson hasn't played in ages. Vancouver are also away. I think I might swap Pedrinho in for Jaden Nelson here. And we've got a Dallas Chicago thing. I think I might do that. And then I think this D3, if we keep this NYC spine, I'm going to keep O'Toole over Hack. I just think as a fullback, his AA could work out okay. And or maybe Hack's. It's a tough one. Let's delete the mids. I'm going to put Jaden Nelson in here. Bang. And then the mid spot. Yeah, it's either Hack or O'Toole. I think we just go with Hack for safe, but I don't mind. Yeah, let's go O'Toole. So we've got like a double fullback kind of thing here. Captain Julian, wildcard Nelson. Yeah, I quite like that. And then that means the leftovers, the dregs, we've got for limited, we can play with a bit better. So we've got a D2 in season with an in season keeper to try and get a wee limited streak on the go here, which is fun. But I don't think we really, Ilinic off the bench, and then we need big outfield scores to carry that sort of possibility. I don't think we've actually got the firepower up front anymore. No, we've got Bakrar. Okay, so we're playing this NYC kind of squad option again, which we've done a few times. It's actually been quite successful. We'll captain Freeze on this one. And yeah, that's just a wee stupid punt out from the bench and stuff. Yeah, that's fine. I don't mind that. And then the classic one, American Muscle, we've called this for the Bants. We've got that Freeze. And we can kind of play anyone. We've got a grey classic. Hold on. Yeah, no, I think I want to keep that grey classic and slide that into this all-star situation where we had Chanot. Because that could make this a little bit actual real, which I prefer that over a limited lineup. Same with, Ojeda. Could we maybe... Oh, we've got Alex Roldan in here already. So let's put... Yeah, this feels a bit better. So let's put Alex Roldan in as the main mid. We'll make him captain. And then who is the best of the rest that we've got here? Who could play Obed? Oh, we've got another Julian. Yeah, the other Julian Fernandez feels like the way to go here. Or Magno. Magno might be better, actually, because it's... Yeah, I'm going to go Magno. I'm not going to back NYC strikers here. Well, Captain Roldan, because he did it for us last week. And yeah, this team now actually feels like it's got merit all of a sudden. And that's better. Oh, would we maybe swap Tavon with Kufri? Do you know what? I think I might. Which would mean then... Yeah, we'll just put Kufri into this team. So I'll just put Amponsa there as a wee holder. And then, yeah, I'm going to play Tavon in here with Magno. Captain Aranguiz. Yeah, that feels better. That feels like that team's got better. And in this team with Kufri, that feels like more commensurate. Because Kufri should play, but he has been kind of in and out this team in Argentina. So, yeah. You can play with the Barraza. and these guys. Yeah, that feels better. I feel we've nailed that kind of balance now. I feel much better with that. And when we get to MLS, these kind of throwaway limiteds that we're at now. Let's see, we've got that freeze. I think we've got that. Yeah, we could just play the Ilinich. I'll probably just play the rare to get the XP up. If he comes off the bench, fine. If he doesn't, who cares? Was Obed nailed to start for Seattle? Because he's been scoring all right. If he's nailed on. Yeah, he is. Yeah, let's just play Obed. Obed and Hack. AA-centric midfield. Julian up front. That's not a bad wee classic throwaway punt. Need Ilinich to do something from the bench or start. Not really holding my breath on this being that exciting, but yeah, you never know. Captain Julian. I've got to change the screens back. Yeah, it would be a lot easier. And yeah, Aidan O'Neill is no longer in season for me, which is why he ends up in this Barraza line team now. So what backup keepers do I still have? I've got a limited Barraza. I've got a Sean John that wants XP. So let's put the Sean John in. We've got the limited Ilinich just to get the team moving. And then who wants XP here? O'Neill wants XP. Kind of the second Abada or the O'Toole or Bakrar. Bakrar might move away, so I don't care about that. I don't care about O'Toole. Don't really care about Abada necessarily either, but let's just put Abada in. And then who else is after XP? Ojeda. Maybe just Captain Sean John. Just a wee training line. And then I've got a final wee training lineup. Do we have an hour keeper? Yeah, we do. We've got a wee limited Barraza. And yeah, maybe Ymar. He wants XP. Maybe he plays. Tensio might play. Johnny Shore. Let's put him in. Let's play the O'Toole. Just for the XP kind of farm, because he'll get some points, won't he? And then, yeah, I'm probably looking at a Tensio. Captain wee Johnny Shore. I am. Pierre DO4. You need to keep up to. We did a live stream the other day called Champ Euro Strategy, and then I've got a second video following off the back of that will probably come out tomorrow. So be sure to check that out. Yeah, same. I think MLS could easily have its own deadline. I think that might be something we see next MLS season, just to kind of set the stall out with the way it goes. So yeah, we've got a bunch of teams out, a few training lineups, a few kind of hopeful global ones. Yeah, I don't think there's any way of making that team any better. Maybe Magno for Rocky, because that fixture is very appealing against Mirasol, but I don't know. I think Magno has more AA, so if he can just get that decisive, we've got double Magno. Yeah, let's just stick with it. Yeah, I'm quite excited for that. Guys, the deadline is in 20 minutes. So part of the live. Yeah, so we went into, we're on a fair wee bit, and I've got a video that follows on the back of it, so if there was still any kind of mystery or mystique around what was happening, you'll check that out in the video when it comes out. I'm sure, Pierre, hopefully you enjoy it. Vancouver on awful form. Yeah, that's quite right as well. But they have been missing other guys, I suppose. What are your feelings on Theo Hernandez? Yeah. Yeah, I don't think he will return to Europe as quickly. It feels like that. It feels like the teams that in Saudi that do compete for the AFC Champions League, especially now that the Club World Cup has become more of a thing than what it was 2 months ago, because they're talking about doing it every 2 years. So I could see Inzaghi, Theo Hernandez, and this next kind of crop that they have been brought in with the vision of playing in the Club World Cup in 2027 or whatever it will be. Can you check my tweet before the deadline? Yeah, let's have a wee check. What's your tweet? Did you tag me in it? Or ooh, yeah, let's have a peek here. Is Hot Streaks working with Classic, or is this a glitch? I'm not sure what the glitch part is. Should it show you that? Is it? Yeah, is this being greyed out? Is that not telling you that you won't be after it? What does mine look like? Is that in the current game week? Yeah. Team A, 0. Team B. Team B got some points on the board, didn't it? This lineup was cancelled. Yeah, and then this one wasn't. It had a classic card in it, and it got on the roster. It got on the bar. I see that. I don't know what I think of that. Yeah. It's meant to be every 4 years, Mikey, but they're talking about doing it every 2. Can you Lobotka or Cristante? Ooh, what Ford Boyson? Lobotka, I wouldn't be banking on if he's still at Napoli. Cristante should be fine at Roma under Gasperini, but it might not be. Yeah, Sorare CT4. I think the info that we've had from Sorare would suggest that would you call it? It's not. It's maybe a glitch. You might get caught out by it. So yeah, watch out for that. But yeah, Teo's went. I think. Yeah, money spoke, Mikey. I'm not sure if it's been confirmed, but I know they're after it. I know they're talking about it, and I think they're quite happy with the kind of publicity it got this time around. Maybe 4 years is too long of a tail to kind of live off that momentum for. But yeah, feeling quite set. I'm not too sure there's any more tinkering I would do. Goalkeeper combos, defender options. Yeah, I'm not sure I would mess around with much of it. Yeah, I think I'm quite content. But yeah, I think this next batch of guys that go is Club World Cup focused and probably money focused as well. Quite surprised Teo's went to Al Hilal because I thought, that he would have been a very good choice for a number of teams, but his wages are probably mental. AC Milan are probably after a few quid and he's probably just went, screw it. There we go. Ben Hay got the copy and paste for us. Yeah, 25th is what I think a lot of us have kind of mentally noted, isn't it? I've been buying cheap, talented, classic U23 La Liga guys all summer, and the 2 I didn't get, Gasharowski and Raul Moro. Yeah, I guess Raul Moro I was trying to buy because I thought Celtic would have went for him, but apparently we blinked and Ajax didn't. I think it'll be great in Ajax, to be honest with you. It'll be a wee mini Jota, I think. Depends on how he plays. Ajax haven't been quite the same since Ten Hag, have they? So 5 wise. But yeah, we're almost at the deadline, everyone. I think that's about everything we've got covered for the deadline show. Now, I'm going to be live back in like 10, 15 minutes. It'll be members only. So if you've got a channel membership, I'll see you there. And we'll be getting stuck into a bunch of MFL stuff. There will be Sorare videos and other streams programmed throughout the week. Me and Harry, after I mentioned Harry, I don't know if he's been watching or if you got the notification where we're on, but he is... yeah, we might be going for a morning time UK one tomorrow. So it looks like we've got and it'll maybe be at Harry's channel, which will be fun as well. I always like to help Harry out with that if he's been too busy to get his own stuff out. So yeah, probably Harry's channel and maybe like morning time UK tomorrow. So be sure to subscribe, turn notifications on for both channels. And yeah, there'll be tons of stuff happening. Thanks to everyone that tuned in live today. If you caught this after we've been live, fist bump to you as well. Yeah, absolute legend. Yeah. If you've not started MFL yet, please do so. Click on the link that's linked on the channel. Supports me, means a lot, makes a big difference. Enjoy your game week. Good luck with rewards tonight if you have any. And I'll see you later.